Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and people of all ages, welcome back. Here as well, we are back once more for the TSRC GTE Masters from the Nürburgring Grand Prix with no chicane. I'm James Barfitt. I'm going to be joined in the booth once more here. Coming along for the ride is Mr. Jim Cunningham, who's going to come and have some fun with us. We've got two formats. The main format is round 1, round 3, and round 5. What are the tracks, I hear you say? Round 1 is Nürburgring, round 3 is Fuji, and round 5 is Spa. They will be a straight-up 40-minute race. Sprint format, as you can see on your screen. Race 1 will be 15 minutes. Race 2 will be 25 minutes. Grid set for the race 1 results. They're going to be taking place at Indy Road, Hockenheim, and Watkins Glen. The point system itself, 25 points for a win, 20 for second, and then down in increments of 2 after. All leaders of classes, there is Pro, Pro-Am, and AMS will score 25 points, and then 20, 18, 14, 12, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, right the way down to the end. So look forward to that one. This is going to be something special here, guys. If you haven't seen GTE racing, well, you're in for a treat, especially when we got 35 drivers on the grid at the moment. They're in a multiple of cars, BMWs, Corvettes, Porsches, Fords, Ferraris. They're all here ready to go. So look forward to this one. If you are here, don't forget, like, subscribe, turn on the bells, and welcome in. Don't forget you can speak, and we do respond. There you go. It's magical here once more as well. But let's bring Jim into the booth. Jim, welcome in. How are you?
I'm great, man, and I'm so excited for this series. In fact, I was so excited that I actually signed up to race in this league, and then a couple opportunities came up to broadcast with you. So I'm not racing, but GTE is my favorite sports car of all the sports cars. I love them, and Nürburgring, although not necessarily this layout, I'm a more of a fan of the Nordschleife. But so my favorite track and my favorite sports car. I can't get more excited. This is awesome.
Yeah, this is not everybody's favorite cup of tea. This is the sports circuit in Germany at the Nürburgring, of course, the main Grand Prix layout. So we're going to look forward to seeing how a couple of these guys get on here as well with racing. Different classes should make it interesting.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, apparently we got pro, pro-am, and amateur. So you've got a shot against guys or gals that are of equal talent. So yeah, it's going to be good, some good racing. And we know this league always delivers, great racing, always.
Yeah, and I'm expecting this to be no different here as well. So look forward to some of the scenes of action of racing that we have got coming up on your screen. We got no Kieran Sharp. The boss man himself is not racing here this evening due to the fact he's having wheelbase issues. Apparently, he's gone and bought new toys, and they don't work. So at the moment, he is fighting along and trying to get his new toys to sort himself out at the moment here as well. Going to be interesting with this format, Jim. You know, the main format, 40-minute sprint race, straight run to the end.
Yeah, I think that's cool. A lot of these races that we do nowadays in sports cars, they have a tendency to throw in a pit stop, and that adds some different kind of drama to it and all. But there's nothing wrong with a good sprint race. Just let's go to the finish.
Yeah, as well. That's the thing. They're running with 100% fuel, so I doubt very much there is going to be a pit stop. These guys will be able to just get straight to the end. As we said, we've got the Porsche 911 RSR, the Ford GTE, Chevrolet Corvette C8, Ferrari 488 GTE, and the BMW M8 GTE as well. So all of the cars are readily available. They can get themselves involved in driving. So if there's a car here that you like, you can get yourself involved and come along and have some fun as well. Just got to sign up at SimGrid. All details down in the description below. So I'm looking forward to this, seeing how these guys get on in these machines, especially when they're topping 530 horsepower plus here. This is going to really spice things up. So pay attention to what's going on, because I can tell you what, this is going to be thick and fast, this qualifying session. It's going to be a little bit manic. We've got 10 minutes. All the cars are out on track, individual qualifying, so closed qualifying. So nobody basically can get a draft. It is all down to themselves. That's one of the things that makes it exciting, Jim, is the fact that we have got close quali.
Well, if you're going to do a 10-minute qualification with this many cars, you have to do a closed qualifying. Yeah, just too many cars would be on the track. Now, if you were going to do like a 20-minute session, you maybe could do something open where everybody has the chance to get a clean lap in. But yeah, if you're going to keep it short like this, it has to be closed. And I think that's better. I hate when somebody jumps in front of me when I've got a good lap going. You know, that's just, I don't know. I'm a fan of closed qualifying, but that's just me.
No, I'm not. I don't like it. I think I prefer open qualifying. I like the hustle and bustle. I like the people arranging themselves in ways that they've got to try and comprehend with the people in and around them. You've got to look for gaps. You've got to make sure that you're out on the track at the right time to be able to do this. I prefer open quality. I've got to be honest. I find driving around on my Jack Jones a little bit boring in qualifying, to be blatantly honest. Yuan Stander is in YouTube chat as well. Let's go, he says, in classic form here as well. Some of the times are coming through at the moment. Luciano Vitvot on a 153.94, Nuttall 155.50, BMW Corvette, Davidson, Sawyer, Weller, Roundtree, Miller, Richard Simler, Overtally is here, Bourne's here, Woo's here, Giles, Consabo, Moss, Smith, all here as well. Pike's just put a time on the board, and Tedeschi at the same time. Paddy Faulkner also got a tie on the board there. Gareth Ronda has not got a time at the moment. He's in that Ferrari. Nick Clibbons is in the Ford as well. Do look at that Ford. You can't get much beautiful than that.
That's a nice looking car. I own every one of these cars. I own every single GTE car in iRacing. I'm telling you, I really love this whole set. And I love the Ford, but to me, it doesn't seem to be quite up to the pace of some of these other cars. But, you know, but that, again, that could just be my driving style or whatever. And for people that don't know these cars, as we're getting a few laps coming in here, the difference in this and a GT3 car is this car has a little more horsepower. It has, I believe it's actually lighter, and it has no ABS. That's the key thing. The GT3s have ABS, anti-lock brakes. These cars do not. So these cars can be a handful to drive, especially if you have a heavy braking foot, like, I don't know, somebody else that's on the broadcast with me has a heavy braking foot.
Me.
But, yeah, oh, it would be you.
Yeah,
that's right.
You don't need to dig at me like that. I know.
But so that's the main difference, and it makes these cars a little more difficult to drive, especially, like I said, if you're used to having ABS brakes. But you know, they have a little more downforce. They really handle great. These are a fun car. I hate to see that they're not used more. I was thrilled to see this league start this up just for that reason.
Yeah, I think this is the thing. I think most leagues probably shy away from this kind of machine. I think some people go with the GT3s and you know, the GT4s and the LMP3s and whatever else that some people sit back and kind of enjoy and want to race here. I have just been informed, although they're on 100% fuel, they are not going to make the end. They will have to pit, which is quite a shock here, because I thought they might have got to the end, but it's going to be a small splash and dash unless there is a safety car. If there is a safety car, they may be able to get to the end, but they will have to fuel save if they're going to try and get there. So that's going to be an interesting one here for this one, and whether or not they're going to be able to get there, it depends on whether or not there's a safety car.
Yeah, I don't see a situation where you could be competitive and save fuel. You know, I don't believe you could to make it to the end. Not and be competitive. These guys are going to be flying up front. So,
yeah, I don't think many people are going to save fuel, to be blatantly honest.
Yeah, no, it's,
you know what I mean. I don't think they are in that kind of manner. I think it'll be very, very close. Whether or not people are, whether or not they're not, I personally don't think they're going to be able to get fuel save this one. I'd be very surprised. The likes of Davison, Vitvot, Francesco Petelin, Clibbins, Nuttall, Richard Simnar from DCW. Definitely never going to save fuel in a month of Sundays unless all of a sudden he pulls something out of the bag and decides that he wants to this week. I'd be very surprised if he does. At the moment, he's sitting in 8th place. You can see the leading AM is Francesco Cardulo. He's in that BMW. He's sitting in 12th overall at the moment, but is in class. So we'll find out how he gets on and whether or not he's going to stay there.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, looking at this grid, which most of them are now finished up with their qualifying runs, you know, I remember a lot of these guys from the other series that we've done, and they have so many good drivers in this league. Even all the way down, and the guys that are qualifying in the 20s, low 20s. I've seen these guys, and they're fast. So this is going to be an extremely competitive, top to bottom. I mean, if you look, first place and say 25th place, 24th place, that's only a second and a half difference, and that's not a lot in this situation.
So we don't break a second until 14th place, which is great for us. It's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen here, whether or not this is going to work out and be a happy race, or is there going to be some very unhappy drivers there as well? Am I welcome today, says Numbers. I don't see why you wouldn't be unless you've upset somebody. Wow, Clibbin 0.001 faster than Sawyer. Yes, mate, they are very, very quick indeed. 4 tenths back to the leaders. So lots of times, but you can see Bitbot is only 1 thousandth away from Davidson on a 1:53.76. Bitbot 0.018 seconds in behind that. Paddy Faulkner still out on track. Stefan Mellis has got no time on the board at the moment. Just going to see if he can get a time in here. I don't think he's going to. He's only got 20 seconds, so that's not going to happen on that one. But we'll find out and see what goes on and whether or not this is going to work out here. Stefan Mellis, no time. Gareth Ronda still running around as well at the moment. Where is Gareth? He's all the way coming up through Van Bogan going into NGK. Not going to get it done, unfortunately for him. Time said no. So let's pick up on the grid for this 40-minute race here. Tom Davidson in the pro lead with Luciano Vitbot in second and Francesco Pettelin in third. Jamie Nuttall's in fourth. Nick Clibbins leading the Pro-Ams in fifth with Lucas Sawyer, Paul Weller, Richard Simnar, Hayden Miller, Thomas Roundtree, Paddy Faulkner and Thomas Garner down in 12th. Then on from that, Francesco Curdulo leading the AMs with William Chandler in 14th. Then Gurgly Consabo, Liam Giles, Matteo Ubatali, Fabio Falchi, Clive Bourne, Bart Raven, Johnny Wu, Mav Gardner, Paul Smith, and then Bobby Moss. Moving on is Liam Haycock, Andrew Pike, Mario Gabbiadi, Matt Acton, Matty Smith, Giovanni Zazaria, Gareth Ronda, Nick Russell, Valero Tedeschi, Stefan Mellis, and Bert Gildenhaus has not got a time on the board. In fact, Bert has not taken to the grid, so I don't think he's going to make it here, but we'll keep an eye out and see if Bert does decide that he wants to jump on, or is he not going to jump on the grid and he's just entered into practice and thought, absolutely hell no, I'm going to get my butt whipped. So we'll hold on and see what goes on here as well. Going to be an exciting one, Jim. 34 drivers. What can go wrong?
Oh, turn one. Turn one is what can go wrong. This turn one start for the start of the race is a nightmare. It's so tight, and it's literally like a 20 or 30 mile an hour turn. Yeah, it's just going to be crazy.
Right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the BMW safety car is going to lead us away here. We've got 40 minutes on the clock. And Davidson leads in that Corvette. That is the only GTE I own. I'd just like to point that out to you as well. The Vet, yeah, that's it. I don't own any other Corvette whatsoever.
The Vet's a great car. It's got good balance in this series. The Vet and the Ferrari, to me, are the best overall cars as far as balance goes. They, both of those. The Porsche is a Porsche. It's fast, but it's a Porsche.
Yeah, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on to your hats around that final corner. We're going to get going very, very shortly. Davidson, how long are you going to hold them for? How long are you going to hold him for? Is he going to back him off coming off the corner? He does. The leading Ford of Clemens hit the brakes now once more. Everybody's round the corner. People are weaving. Oh, there's a crash in the back. We didn't even get off the start line. We didn't even get green. And there's a few people in the wall already. Ladies and gentlemen, we are green, but there's people round the wrong way. And we didn't even get round the safety lap. 3 wide here. 3 wide going into 1. Vitbot's come round the outside. Davidson's missed it altogether. Clemens has missed it. There's more carnage at the back. We have a safety car out on track. We have our first safety car. And to be honest, we didn't go anywhere. So that's always good.
I mean, I wonder if essentially we're just going to restart this race.
How?
Because
watch this.
I don't know.
There's a hit there. There's move. Oh, bro, you cannot be doing that. Like, where did this all go wrong here? Hold on,
well,
Jim.
I think it's stacked up. I think there was a brake check, type situation.
Oh my God.
No, there wasn't actually. That purple car.
Who is that Corvette?
Absolutely.
The gold Corvette in there somewhere that causes a little bit of drama. Watch Liam Haycock hit him. He hits the Porsche goes in, and then he hits him again and drives into him.
Yep.
And then Liam Haycock just drives on his way like, I've caused carnage, I'm off. Watch,
well, it just got me a few spots.
Hits him again.
Hits him again.
And again. Pushes him into the cars in front. And then he just says, well, I'm off now. Thanks, boys.
Yeah.
And then there was more carnage.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure there'll be points. Some kind of penalty for that.
Yeah, Smith's ran the wrong way. Gabbiati's, I think, is going to be that. He's carried on.
And then the whole turn 1, the turn 1 thing was a disaster too.
Yeah, Cesare, I believe, may have had something to do with this. Or is it already kicking off? No, it's already kicking off here in front of that. And he's there as well. Was that Matt Gardner who just kicked off that front end? Was it Matt? Oh, yeah. It wasn't Mav. It was that Porsche. Who is this Porsche?
Yeah, the one that spun right there, yeah.
50, Andrew Pike. What? Watch this. Bang.
Yeah.
Bang. Goes round. People on brakes trying to get him round. Then he gets hit round.
To be fair, on Pike, whoever was the car beside him swerved over pretty hard, and I think Pike reacted to that and hit the purple car that he hit. I believe it was a Corvette. I'm not sure though. So in Pike's defense, the other guy swerved at him pretty hard, and Pike reacted to that. I'm not saying it's right or whatever. That did happen. So
yeah, Moss, Bourne, Smith, and Gabbiati all in pit lane. I think Gildenhaus is out at the moment. I don't think he's going to be taking part, but yeah, a few people in pit lane here as well. And well, that was an interesting start here. Liam Haycock still out
or not a start.
Well, yeah, Haycock's after causing the drama is still out on track. He hit the Porsche, which hit the cars in front, and then unfortunately that was it. He's just carried on in his Corvette like nothing's happened. So he's gone away with it.
Juan said in chat, stewards definitely won't be happy with that. No, that Liam incident with the Porsche, 3 rear ends in a row like that. I mean, yeah, there's definitely going to something come of that for sure.
Oh, absolutely. You can't get away with it because it was what it was. They just careered into each other.
I like the fact that this league uses these safety cars. When it first popped up last season, we were talking about it, and I wasn't sure. But, this race would not have been fair after what happened there. There were, because, it happened before the start. And the fact that the safety car came out and it's going to give these guys that weren't caught up in that, at least a chance, maybe, that if they would have gotten so far behind because it happened in front of them or something. I like it. I like these safety cars. I've changed my opinion on that.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, I think so. I like it. I think it's absolutely fair right here. I think it's it's definitely the right thing. And if they didn't use safety cars and this race just went on, you would have eliminated half the field from contention because they would have been, 30 seconds behind on the first lap.
Well, yeah, but that's kind of not the league admin's fault, is it? The drivers did it.
No, they did, but the guys who were behind it, who had nothing to do with any of it, it's not their fault either, and they shouldn't be penalized. And this solves that. You got stewarding, so the guys who caused it are definitely gonna get something. Knowing this league and the way they handle their business, there'll be some penalties handed down for sure there.
Right,
at least to one car.
They're going to go one more lap here. This is going to open up the opportunity to basically be able to get to the end. You're on there in YouTube chat. Oops. That's what he says. Numbers, carnage, absolutely. It was a little bit manic at the beginning. Petalin in P1 looks familiar so far to some of the M2 races. It does. But what I'm worried about with Petalin here is can he get to the end without any dramatics? That's the thing. Can Petalin from Big Pig Racing get this BMW to the end? There is a massive gap in the queue here behind
going on?
Behind Jamie Nuttall to Paul Weller. People are going to be spitting bubbles about this by now because he really should get a move on. I know he's got half a lap to do it. Haycock's in, Wu's in, Acton's in, Giovanni Cesaria's in, Seven Mellis is in, Nick Russell, Spark Raven, Mario Gabbiadi. So they all kind of think, the people that are in pit lane think they're not going to get to the end, which is very, very interesting. Donny Wu, Matty Acton is in pit lane as well, Jim.
They're going to make sure, top it off right here, get it as full as you can. And we're a couple of laps in now. This may be enough.
Maybe. This gap is growing between Paul Weller and Jamie Nuttall.
What is going on?
I don't know. I would be spitting bubbles in that car about now, especially if he gets towards the end of the lap and I've still got a 6-second gap. I would be...
I mean, you can see them swerving out. Like, several of them are doing it. Yeah, they're getting, upset. I'll just use that word.
Well, he's stacking up the field. I don't understand this.
Right. That's exactly the kind of thing that can cause an accident too.
Drive at a constant speed there, dear sir. I agree the M2 series was a trial and error for the safety car, but here it's been great so far. Yeah, I agree, Juan. I think you're right. I think this was needed. Don't get me wrong. If it wasn't here, again, goes back to the fact that this isn't the admin's fault, that the guys have decided, right, I'm going to go and crash in. There's going to be one more lap here. The safety car lights aren't even out, which I'm very, very shocked about. So, on that. But I think you're right. I think it was needed here. But again, it wasn't down to the admins. They didn't ask Haycock to go and drive into 3 cars and push them around right at the start. And they certainly didn't ask Andrew Pike to go and cause chaos in turn 1. So, hey, drivers got to look at it and take some responsibilities for their actions, I'm afraid. That's basically all we can say here. So,
who was the guy that was with Big Pig Racing that used to come into chat and always cheer...
I don't know.
Petalin on, and
his name was Big Pig Burrington.
Okay, yeah. So, where's he at? I liked him.
I don't know.
He was fun.
I don't know, to be bluntly honest. But there we go. Just going to keep an eye on this chat as well. Keep an eye on that one. There's still a massive gap between 6th and 5th here. In fact, it's 9 seconds. That is literally, there they are. There he is. Why is he not maintaining speed?
Well, it looks like he just picked it up a little bit, maybe.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I'm trying to find out here if this is a rule before I go and do this.
Before I go and do this.
Well, generally means before I go and get myself in trouble.
No, I knew that. I was kind of excited by that.
Yeah, because I get myself in trouble, but I've got to read where did I find the safety car?
The lights are still on the pace car.
Yeah, if he goes over the line and they stay on, I'll be very surprised.
Oh, they just went off.
Yeah, so this is going to be the final pace lap here.
Yeah, I mean, I would think that was 1 or 2 really more pace laps than we needed, and I've got to think that it has something to do with this huge gap and they're trying to sort this out. But why? I don't get it.
I'm just having a read here. How many laps in this? Well, that's about 4 I think you guys have done so far. It was lap 1 you crashed, and we were going to be going at the beginning of lap 5. There's no rules on safety car etiquette, which I'm quite surprised about here. But generally, people would just make sure they maintain speed in and around them. This gap is still 5 seconds. And there is another 2 seconds behind these guys here as well. It's not even class split because there is pros behind that. So I'm hoping this gap does rapidly decrease here towards the end of this lap, because if I was sat further back and I had this big old 5-second gap before I'd even got over the line, there's going to be bubbles and feathers spitting here as well.
Oh, yeah.
So, oh, that's Roundtree. He's in the race currently as well. Where is he? Oh, Thomas Roundtree sitting in 4th in class. So there we go. Right, the gap's come all the way down now. So Paul Weller is joining up to the pack. Not quite sure what the purpose of that was, but there we go.
Yeah, I mean, I since I'm not broadcasting and I'm just commentating, I went in and turned the chat on. I was going to see how upset everybody was, but so far since I turned it on, I haven't heard a peep.
Yeah.
Probably Discord chats where it's happening at.
There's nobody in any of the chats apart from me and you, Jim. So that's it. Right, we're going to be 11 minutes in. Safety car is going to be going away this lap. They will be bringing this underway. That does leave Francesco Petelin out in front. Bitbot Davidson.
These are some good-looking cars, man. They just look at them. I mean, they really are, man. Oh, that's my favorite car of all time, going all the way back to the 60s when they beat Ferrari with it. You know, I love that car. I stood next to one at Road Atlanta during the summer trip we took last year, and literally the roof of that car came up to about my thigh.
Yeah, it still looks good though. I think
it's incredible.
If I was to buy another GTE, then that would be the one I would get. There we go. Right, hold on to your hats, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to find out what's going to keep going on here. The pace car lights are out. They should be on and running. That does leave Petelin in control of the safety car. He's not leaving much room, mind you. He's not leaving any room. In fact, he left no room. He's going to go.
So that BMW has still got that gap.
Yeah, it's still 1 second or so behind. From Weller, Petelin is in there. Francesco Petelin, Luciano Vitvot, Tom Davidson, Nick Clemens, Jamie Davis, here, Jamie Nuttall as well, Paul Weller. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Francesco Petelin takes to the lead once more. I've got some news after this as well. And Luciano Vitvot's trying to go around the outside. There's a big old hit in the Ford. They're going to try this corner wide through the Mercedes arena. The Ford's gone round. The Ford's gone round. Petelin's re-got the lead. Vitvot's in second. There was a little bit of argy-bargy with Tom Davis. There's a big old send on a BMW for Paddy Faulkner. He's managed to settle back in. Leaders side by side. There is chaos.
No.
Leader's gone. Vitvot's off. Vitvot's off. Davidson now takes to the lead. Nobody really wants to hold the lead. Nuttall's pushing Davidson along here. Petelin's on that inside line on that run coming through the left-hander of Ford curve. Now we've got the run down into the hairpin of Dunlop. It's still argy-bargy. There has been drama. And I'd say this very, very cautiously. We will try and have a look back, but boy, oh boy, it's going to be a lot to look back for. Here once again, Petelin, Nuttall, Sawyer, all having a little bit of a ding-dong here for this middle pack. Tom Davis is trying to escape.
Yeah, Nuttall's trying to run it through there too wide. Finally, he settled into the line there. I would say he did a pretty good job there of staying off of Peterlin. Yeah, what a start. That was, I mean, turn one's always a nightmare here, but that was quite interesting. And then, oh no!
Petelin's gone. I think that was it. Gee, Lucas Sawyer's gone.
Oh, Sawyer.
Wow, Sawyer's gone now as well. Davidson has got another win with Petal in there as well. Simnar, Faulkner and Miller. These are the same teams. Simnar and Faulkner are on the DCW. I've seen these before, and I've seen them take each other out. Hayden Miller's going to dive up the inside. He's going to get the job done over Paddy Faulkner. Roundtree's in there. Cardulo's leading the AM still. He's sitting in 6th place at the moment. Lots still going on, and a lot of it has been carnage. Palmer, Giles are going to try and reach the wrist after the green flag, but it is absolutely bonkers. The amount of people that were just involved in another incident once again here, it has just been crazy. We've got Paul Weller, Nick Clibbons, they've been involved in some drama. William Chandler, Thomas Carner, Liam Giles, Luciano Bitbot, all involved again. Lucas Sawyer, we saw his incident live. I cannot look through all of these. Bart Raven, Liam Haycock, Giovanni Cesare has also been involved in some more drama. It has just been here at the moment, and I can tell you now, the news that I've just been told is the safety car was actually extended because of the gap that was being left by Paul Weller. The safety car would have been off sooner, but Paul Weller leaving that gap made the safety car be extended, and that was why that we ended up having 4 laps instead of what we should have had is probably 2 or 3, but the safety car was extended through the gap. It is being looked at. Penalties will be given after the race, so just to make you aware, unfortunately on that one, it didn't maintain speed, he left a big old gap, and that's why the safety car had to be extended. So there we go, we'll find out more after this race, but stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because it's more spicy than a vindaloo in a curry house.
This is yeah, wow. I mean, I knew it was going to be some fun racing with these cars and this league and these guys, but it's even better than I thought it was going to be. This is good stuff.
Paul Weller is back in pit lane. Not quite sure. Maybe the thing is as well, the gap was left, right? We can see that, but whether or not it was a technical issue gap, whether or not he was, I don't know, drinking or...
Gardner. Mav Gardner. Something happened again to Mav Gardner.
Yeah, Liam Giles here with Ubatelli. Ubatelli in behind, lost that place. Bobby Moss is there. Mav Gardner and Giovanni Cesare have had dramas. I'm going to try and get you some of these, but oh, bro. Where, I've got to be honest, where was you expecting him to go?
Yeah, that's a fun little chicane right there.
Bobby Moss in that Porsche. Whoa. Oh no, Bobby. Bobby too speedy. Bobby too speedy. Bobby too far. Oh. The Nigel Mansell fan club has just driven like Nikita Mazepin.
Mazepin. I forgot about Mazepin.
Dearie me. There's that Simnar's off as well. This is very, very unusual here. What happened to Richard Simnar? Was there he bumped? No, he just went in deep for Simnar. Unfortunately, dropped down the order. Wow, this race is chaos. I love it. So entertaining, says you on YouTube chat as well. Go on.
Right? Yeah. This is so. Just a little bit ago, Nick Clibbons, who of course was in that Ford up front, I think he was running around 4th place when he got into that incident. He started to climb his way back up, and he was in a pack back there. They've kind of separated out a little bit. There was 5 cars that were all over each other back there. Now it's just 2 or 3 of them, but he's starting to really move back up and pretty fast. Yeah,
Petlin's on the defense here. Nuttall's going to try and go around the outside. Is he going to be able to use him?
Jamie.
We're going to be able to use him. He's got the runoff to go and try to get away if he can. He didn't quite make it through. Petalin does manage to hold on to this as well, Jim.
Yeah, that corner's got so much camber. It's really hard to make that move on the outside because the low line there is almost like a Daytona turn or something like that. It's got so much banking.
Yeah, 19 minutes, first 20 minutes gone of the new season, and I think we can safely say it's been chaotic. Liam Haycock has had a crash and has jumped straight back to pit lane. David Nuttall here with pedaling. climbing all over him. They're trying to make their way forward, but all this is doing is slowing them down. And you can see Davidson just escaping. Petelin's giving no room at the inn. Unfortunately, he's enough for Jamie Nuttall. He's going to have to go and sleep in the stable. He's got to sit once more in behind him here. Petelin still holds on, coming into the left-hander at the moment. Through they go. Coming into that Schumacher S is through the other side. On the run up to Michelin curve, Vastana curve. It's the left-right again. Petelin still holding on. Nuttall can't get there at the moment, and he's dropping back once more. Paddy Faulkner has got a few people tucked in behind him. Cardulo, Roundtree, Gurgley, Consabo, they're all fighting. Liam Giles in the mix. Then we've got the recovering Richard Simnar, who's got the recovering Luciano Vitvot, who's got Matteo Ubertali and Andrew Pike, who's got his own problems, of Lucas Sawyer and Fabio Falchi tucked in there as well. Lots going on here, Jim, during this race.
Yeah, we got a lot of fast drivers that are coming back up through this field, like Vitvot and like we talked about earlier, some of those other guys, Richard Simner. Yeah, this is going to stay interesting. This is, we've got some really quick drivers moving back forward again.
Yeah, absolutely. Hold on, Jim. Hold on. There was a flash of the lights there for Lucas Sawyer. I'm hoping that was just to say hi and not please let me past. And unfortunately for Lucas Sawyer,
he spun.
Yeah, I've got to be honest, right, and I'm going to put it out there here. Flashing of the lights for no reason in a same class race just drives me bonkers. It drives me bonkers on the understanding that if you are quick, get past them. They're not paying attention to you flashing your lights. You are literally wasting oxygen by pressing the button. You might as well just go and overtake them on the racetrack. And unfortunately, he flashed the lights on the way down and then went and spun it up in turn one. So if you pay more attention to the braking zone than flashing the lights, you might have made it around turn one without any dramas. Paul, tell me what was going on with you on that pace lap, fella? Tell me what was going on there. I'm hoping it's a technical issue, mate, here, because, you know, it caused a little bit of drama. So let me know why all of a sudden there was a 6-second gap on the pace lap, and then we might pick up on, I might give you sympathy.
And I tell you what, this battle up front between Nuttall and Peterlin is just
relentless.
But it's helping. Yeah, it's helping Davidson. You know, he's up to a 1.5 seconds now, which is not huge considering as much as they've been fighting, if I'm being honest. Yeah. So they're going fast. It's just, I mean, all those guys are running super fast times up there.
Yeah, Faulkner, Cardulo Diam, believe it or not, is sitting sixth. I'm not quite sure he's going to stay there, but he is a little bit unpredictable. There's a move from the Ford of Gurgley Consabo over Roundtree, and then there was a send and a half from Liam Giles, who is not Liam. It was Liam Giles. I am not even completely sure where the hell he thought he was coming back from, apart from the fact wherever he was going to get there, he would have had to get there by a FedEx aeroplane. He's never making this in a month of Sundays, and unfortunately for Liam Giles, well, you've taken out 2 cars and you just get to carry on, and they get to spin round and try and fight their way through from the back. That was, yeah, I don't understand what that was. That was just crazy.
I think that was a classic GTE no anti-lock brakes right there. I think he got in there and those tires started to lock up on him, and he had to lift off a little bit, and he, you know, overshot the turn. I don't think he was actually trying to send it as much as he was you know, no control over his braking.
Oh, Bobby, you're too quick. Way too fast, Sonny Jim.
Same thing. Yep, same thing. You could see his tires lock up, and he was swerving all over the place. Yeah. I mean, these cars are a handful to drive if you're not used to driving things that don't have ABS.
Yeah,
because they don't have ABS, but they don't have downforce either. It's not like a GTP car or something.
No, I understand that. I do understand that. Hey, JB, it's Hilton. I need to get involved soon. I need to learn some skills. Yeah, YouTube videos, bro. They're the best ones. As well. If I can't stick up anything or make anything, I'll go on YouTube and I'll find it. So, yeah, help me. Not for driving, because I don't really drive, to be blatantly honest, on that one as well. Should be a penalty for Liam there. I think Liam's probably going to cop a penalty anyway, in regardless, because I don't think the admins are going to take into consideration.
Look at this.
This side by
Nuttall.
side. All day, baby.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
All day. Pettelin's gone round. I've just gone and squatted a fly on my monitor, which is driving me bonkers. And unfortunately for Francesco Pettelin, he has gone round here. I'm going to try and decipher this. I'm not quite sure how. Oh, bro, you moved out. Did you move out again? Oh, you are still coming
yes.
out. You're still coming out.
Yep.
You missed the apex, Francesco. You were still coming out. So, unfortunately for him, it probably should have been better if he was tighter on the inside there. He might not cause himself so many drivers there as well. Wife has summoned me to make coffee. Can you tell her to make me one, Johan, while you're there as well, please? That would be absolutely amazing on that one. But Pettelin, Faulkner, Cardulo, Gurgley, Consabo. You see what's happening here? The fact that they're in packs and then the lead guy escapes.
Yes.
And then the next pack comes together and then Nuttall escapes and then Miller's in a pack and Miller escapes and Pettelin's in a pack. It should be, if hindsight, Pettelin should escape and Faulkner would be in a pack with Cardulo and Consabo, and then Faulkner's going to escape. And you'll find this will work out all the way down the field. With about 10 minutes to go, we'll see the gaps, who is where here and who isn't. Matteo Ubertalli has just been off track but came back on, so I'm guessing he's just ran a little bit wide here. But Ubertalli there has got Liam Giles tucked in and Richard Sinner, who's trying to recover, of course. Gareth Ronda and Wu are fighting it out. Wu in the Crack Racing squad. He is in the lead car there for number 19. Ronda, the fact he's got the same livery or the reverse of the livery, I'm guessing he's probably part of the same team. Jonathan Mellis, a late entry. In fact, he was so late, he didn't even sign up for the league. He just turned up, was there as well. Clive Bourne in 6th place down in the AMS. So action still fighting out all the way through the order. Hey guys, great racing so far, says Connor Pink. It was Connor, I do agree with you.
Hey, that's Connor, look at him. So KH up here was asking for help on the track. Well, my advice, KH, one of the league sponsors here is Coach Dave's Academy. I would maybe consider investing yourself in that over there and use their telemetry and some of the other tools they have, including setups, of course, if you need them. But they have a great coaching program over there, and I would guarantee that you will find some time if you dedicate yourself to that a little bit.
Yeah. Dan Roberts, anything exciting just got out? Mate, you do not even want to know. Dan, we have had safety car on lap 1, turn 1. We've got people who didn't even make it over the pace lap. We've got people who crashed in turn 1. We've had drama all the way through. I didn't even have enough time to do the replays of everything because I just would have been a replay broadcast. So to top it all off, Dan, yeah, I would probably say you missed a lot, mate.
And half the cars in the top 5 at some point in time or another got dropped back in the field. You need to just stop right there and just slide the slider back and start the race from the beginning. It's so much you missed, so much.
Yeah, absolutely there as well. Oh. So,
look at this, 3 Corvettes up front.
I was more impressed. My wife's just walked in with a coffee, so bless her. She's probably heard me.
Oh, she heard you.
Yeah,
she heard you begging for coffee, and she brought you some.
Oh, no,
so we got three Corvettes and then 3 BMWs, split by a Ford and another BMW and a Corvette. I would think if you were, if you were trying to decipher this a little bit, I would say that the BMWs and the Corvettes are pretty much dominating here, with the exception of 1 Ford and 1 Porsche.
Yeah, absolutely. Typical, just like in the prologue race last week. Yeah, I did hear the test race went a little bit manic, Dan. So, yeah, unfortunately, dear Sarah, as well, you've missed a lot of drama, and I think you're still going to be in for more. What we were talking about earlier are people moving away. You can see Pettelin's gone 1.5 up the way. But Faulkner is literally moving away from Francesco Cardulo. He's got about a second. So what we said is happening is happening. My wife also bought me coffee now too. Oh, look at this. The wife's on the coffee run. They've been grinding beans between them. Liam Giles is here with Matteo Subatelli and Richard Sidner. Luciano Vitbot. Maybe we should start a wife coffee club and see what happens.
Oh, my God. I am not commenting on that. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Well,
because mine would throw the hot coffee on me if I said something like that.
See, mine brings me a coffee. You're in the wrong business.
No, I'm happy with my wife. We're good.
Go on, Gurgley. Look at that Ford. Should have bought the Ford instead of the Corvette. Oh,
Well, you know, you can buy another one. It's okay.
No, I'm just wasting money on cars I'm never going to drive. I just think it looks
No, that's
gorgeous. You know what I mean? The only thing I'm taking part is I'm going to defend my crown at Martinsville. That's about it. This
Your
season.
crown.
My crown.
Oh, that one. Oh, never mind. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Big old snap from Consabo. He
saved it, though.
He did save it, but he went in absolutely smoking hot there. Cardulo is now under pressure from him. Faulkner's now escaped, which is what we said is going to happen. Simnar is... Oh, Simnar's on the wrong way. What are you doing there?
That's that Porsche. Look at it.
No,
watch it snap out.
Watch.
Oh, yeah. Hey, that's a racing incident, I think. But
I don't know. Oh, why didn't Nick Clibbons go off in and alongside there? Oh, look at that. Oh, man. Whoa.
I know. That's... Oh, my gosh.
What was that?
Oh, man. That looks like he lost his VR or something. And no.
He is broke anyway.
Something happened. Yeah, something happened there. I don't know.
The steering wheel's slightly right hand down, and then all of a sudden, bing, bang, bong. Clibbons there with just a wild moment. And it's gone and shot
on the straightaway, too.
Oh, I know. It's like it just gathered. Oh, you're going to hit it. Oh, Cardulo. Nearly got sent round by Consabo there. Lots going on here. Sophie's in the sin right now, so I've got to make my own coffee. Oh, Connor. What's she driving? Don't tell me she's in this race, because that would just be so ironic. Would she have her own account as well? That would be
Look at that Ford, man.
Fun. Connor, you should get her in the OGRL on Sunday to do the mums race in the afternoon.
Yes.
Or the wives and mums race, I think it's being classed as at the moment.
Yes, wives and moms.
Oh, Consabo. Got the run here on the left-hand side. He's going to try it in that Ford. He sweeps round, gets the job done. Great move from Gergely Consabo in that Ford with 9 minutes remaining. I'm now expecting him to start opening up here. Gareth Ronda is leading, no, not leading, is sitting in third place in the AMS, but he has got Johnny Wu, Clyde Bourne, Stefan Mellis climbing all over him like a baby monkey picking flies off his mother at the moment for Ronda, and he's in a deep lot of trouble. That's what she's practicing for. Go on, Sophie. Love it.
Oh, she's going to do the Sunday race? That's awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, it'll be you and I doing that as well.
It will be. There's a lot going on Sunday on the JBB YouTube channel. So if
that's the truth.
Yeah. So if you want racing, well, there's loads of it. Just pick one. I've got GT3s going out in the morning. We've got Nick Green coming out, his GT3 series as well, going out at practically the same time as the other one is just about to finish. There's OGRL taking place on Sunday at the same time. There's Mums race in the afternoon. There's the GR86s from Tanzo. There is IGP kicking off in the evening at the same time at about 9:20. That's the last thing, wrapping it up. So on Sunday alone, there is going to be 6 broadcasts going out in one day on the JBB YouTube channel. So I'm going to be a busy boy.
If you're a league admin out there, just know that JPB still has that American evening slot, and James is a huge fan of working at midnight, 1, 2 in the morning. He loves that. That's his favorite time. So get in there and book yourself Sunday evenings if you're an American league. It's wide open, and James loves to work late.
As long as it's NASCAR, that's all I'm going to say. If it isn't NASCAR,
right.
Don't book me. You say about Sunday night, mate. I walked out in my garden after I finished at Niles last night, and the sun was coming up. I looked at my watch, and it was 4:45 in the morning. I got to bed at 5 o'clock last night. Oh my goodness! 5 a.m.
Yes.
So yeah, it's been a very, very interesting time. I'm going to try and move away from this, Pat, but I know what's going to happen. As soon as I do that, it's going to all kick off
soon.
In the AMS. There you go. I didn't even get away. Johnny Woo's looking at taking that inside line. He wants the third place. No, he's not going to hold it. Is he going to hold it?
Nope.
Oh, nearly. BMW's coming through.
Oh, look at this.
Bourne's trying to dive up the inside as well. Mellis is in the action all at the same time here. I knew that was going to kick off as soon as I was thinking about moving away from these guys.
Well, that's good the way you hinted at it and caused the action to go ahead and happen.
Oh, I know. Like Bourne side by side.
Side by side in this turn doesn't work.
Well, it did for him. He managed to gain the position. Now, unfortunately for Ronda, he's lost 2 over the space here. He's now got Mellis alongside him with Luciano Vitbot. So lots happening. Mellis is trying to go around the outside. Is he going to hold it coming in through the right-hander now? Through the Mercedes arena on that run down into Valvoline curve. And Mellis did not manage to hold that. In fact, he's alongside Luciano. No, that's not Vitbot, actually. That is a back marker of is that Gabbiadi? It is. Mauro Gabbiadi in behind. Now, the reason I wanted to jump to the front is Hayden Miller has got Francesco Petelin closing in here as well. She's at 48x right now, but improving. And that's all that matters. That's all that matters. Tell Soph, wish her luck, mate. Go make her a coffee.
It's going to be fun. That race is going to be a blast this Sunday. So anybody else out there that's got a wife or mom that wants to, get in there and play a little bit under your account, just a one race thing, look that deal up and get them involved. It's going to be fun.
Yeah,
it'll kind of show them. It'll kind of show them what you do too, and maybe they'll appreciate what. Oh, here we go. We got some lights flashing. Look at that.
Yeah,
I feel so much better about it.
Francesco Petelin in there.
Why?
I don't know. Davidson out in front, 5 minutes to go here. There, you can see on the right-hand side of the track map, there is cars literally all the way through. The Breeds and the bunch that are going in through the Coca-Cola curve now, that is all the AMs fighting for second, third, fourth, and fifth in the AMs. Vitbot is the pro in the middle trying to split them up. You can see Mellis has just pulled out. He's got to be scared to death. Yeah, Mellis has pulled out. He's going to have a go here as well. That's a Corvette, a Gabbiadi. That is a back marker. So Mellis needs to get that car stopped here.
Oh,
he does get it stopped. All right. Yeah, he's through now. Vitbot is going to go and sweep round the outside of Johnny Wu. That's going to put Johnny Wu back into the hands of Clive Bourne, who's going to have Ronda, Mellis, and Smith tucked in right behind him as well. So this is forever going to kick off. Shrooms in YouTube chat. Come on, Tom. Well, Tom's out in front by 1.7 seconds at the moment and absolutely flying in that Corvette with Jamie Nuttall in the second Corvette and Hayden Miller holding on to third. But he has got Francesco Petelin closing in on him fast.
Yeah, this battle, the battle up front, but this battle back here for second, like you said, second, third, fourth, fifth in the AMs is just unbelievable. You got 5 cars within a second and a half of each other, just, running all over the top of each other. But Hayden Miller and Petelin is, I got a feeling that's coming soon.
Yeah. It's going to come right at the end of this straight. I think a BMW has got some gruff in it, but Hayden Miller has also got some speed in that Corvette.
So we're going to get one and one more? Is that right?
Yeah. Pizzabo in that Ford is closed into the back of Faulkner in the BMW. But Paddy's going to find himself under a little bit of trouble here if he does not start getting on his bike a little bit with Gergely Consabo. Petelin still tucked in behind Miller, not being able to get through on the run down into Valvoline. The left-hander they go. Petelin still in there, Jim, at the moment. 37 minutes. It's going to be one more, will be the final lap of the race. Don't think they won't get any more in with a 150, so it's going to be one more, and then it's going to be the white flag lap.
I can't believe this race is almost over. It went by so fast. This has been truly fun. I mean, really fun.
Yeah, action-packed.
It has been.
Action-packed all the way through here.
Man, Hayden Miller's bouncing over some curbs and
through the right-hander he's going to go. Through Busteiner.
He gets a good run out of here, out of this section, and down that long Michelin. What is it? I guess the Schumacher S's or
no, Advan Bogan.
Oh, this is Bogan. Okay, Bogan.
A little bit further.
Yeah, Bogan. Okay.
With coming into the NGK, Petelin's going to move Miller. He's going to use Miller. Oh, he went in far too hot. I don't know if he was trying to use Miller or what, but unfortunately, it's all gone wrong for Petelin. Gergely Consabo now is going to come and try. This is going to be the final lap of the race, but it's all going to be on Consabo. I wouldn't flash, mate. You went in too fast. You were trying to use him as a brake, so stop that. Gonzalo now as well with Paddy Faulkner. Gonzalo's going to try and dive up the inside. Is he going to get that port stopped? He did get it stopped.
Nice road. Oh, yeah. That was good. That was a clean, nice pass right there.
Good job from Gergely Gonzalo. It's been a few more. Fabio Falchi, Valero Tedeschi's all been off the side of the circuit, unfortunately. Looks like they've had problems. But we'll pick up now once more. Gonzalo there in the pros at the moment. It's Davidson taking the win. He's going to grab the win by the looks of it. Nuttall's going to come over the line in second. And Miller got that break away from Petlin, but from Petlin trying to use him as a break. The interesting thing, this through Michelin, or through the Schumacher S's, I should say, his gap's closed down to about 8 tenths at the moment. In the Pro-Ams, it's Paddy Faulkner who is going to take the win here with Giles in second place, and Roundtree should grab himself third. Coming through the final corners now, through Basteiner we go. We're on the run up into the right-hand kink of Advan Bogan. Here we go. There's the kink there into the final chicane through NGK for Tom Davidson. He's got a few more to go. Hold it on, Tom. Through the left, through the right. Coming into Coca-Cola. He's got one more corner. Nuttall's putting him under pressure, but it is going to be Tom Davidson. He did take the win. He comes over the line. It's a win for Davidson. Second place for Nuttall. And Hayden Miller's going to grab himself a comfortable third in the end after being put under pressure by Petlin. And then behind that, Paddy Faulkner going to wrap up the Pro-Ams. He comes over the line there as well. And in the AMs, it's going to be Cardulo, but I don't know how long he's going to stay there for. Liam Giles takes second place.
Man, Cardulo is miles ahead of anybody else, and clearly the rest of that AM class, looks pretty well balanced. But yeah, I got to think that they, at first evaluation, if they move somebody, I got to think Cardulo is going to get moved up.
Yeah, depending on how he goes there. So stop that was so sassy, says Dip in YouTube chat. I'm not going to read the rest of your name there, Dip, as well, because I'll probably get it wrong. So there we go. Johnny Wu again over the line. He comes. Stefan Mellis in behind Gareth Ronda, who's wrapped up the podium. Then behind that, we've got Nick Russell, who's got Mav Gardner, Clive Bourne, and Fabio Falchi all in behind him. He's going to come over the line there. Bobby Moss is going to come over the line in that car as well. All saying well done to all of the drivers as they come over the line. Congratulations to all of them. You've all survived.
We still got a nice battle back here, 24th, 25th, and 26th.
They've just gone over the line, yeah.
Okay, they just finished. Oh, yeah, that was close.
Yeah, Bar Raven will be the next one in that very battered-looking Ferrari. That battered, in fact. And then,
there it is.
Yeah, the beautiful Clibbons GT4.
That is a gorgeous car.
GTE comes over as well.
Yeah, that is a beautiful, beautiful car right there.
Yeah, it does look amazing in that livery as well. I've got to give Clibbons props on that. Then behind that is Valero Tedeschi. Right, ladies and gentlemen, let's bring you up the results. Great racing, says Connor Bink. What a chaotic opener it was. Tom Davidson is your winner in the pros, with Jamie Nuttall and Hayden Miller rounding out the podium. Then Francesco Petlin and Gergely Gonzalo were 4th and 5th. Paddy Faulkner taking the win in the Pro-Ams, with Francesco Cagiulo winning the AMs. Liam Giles taking 2nd in the Pro-Ams. He's split away by Matteo Ubertalli and Andrew Pike, away from 3rd place, Thomas Roundtree. Lucas Sawyer, William Chandler and Richard Simnar wraps out the top 14, with Matty Acton down in 15th place. Luciano Vitvot is 16th. And Johnny Wu and Gareth Ronda round out the podium in the AMs. That's 2nd and 3rd. Stefan Mellis, Paul Smith, Thomas Carner, Bobby Moss and Nick Russell round out the top 23, with Mav Gardner, Clive Bourne, Fabio Falchi, Giovanni Cesara and Bart Raven. Then Nick Clibbons and Valero Tedeschi. Now, we only just break the one lap down after 30th place of Matt Smith and Mauro Gabbiadi. Haycock, Weller and Bert Gildenhus did not take to the start line. We're going to have a quick chat with the man that finished in 3rd place after what can only be described as a chaotic round number 1. Hayden Miller, welcome in, bud.
Hello.
Hello, mate. How are you?
Good.
Chaotic opener.
Yes, as always, yes.
Very
You
much
think
so.
my answers are short?
How was it out there?
That was very, as you said, chaotic. No idea what happened turn one. Then all of a sudden I seen the safety car and I was like, this is new. So obviously just had to stick with it. I was coasting at 70 kilometers an hour, clutching the entire time, just fuel saving as much as I could, until we went green. So there was some people that were like, there was this big gap between, I think it was Jamie in the top pack, and then there was like a 5 second gap between us. I don't know what happened there, but
I don't know. I can answer the question that Paul Weller left the gap. There was a massive, there was an extended safety car because of the gap, and I have asked Paul why the gap was there in YouTube chat because that's where he is. I haven't got a response, but I believe it's being looked at after the race.
yeah, that'll work. But yeah, after that, I somehow managed P4. I somehow managed to get into P4. So I was just thinking, right, that's a good enough position for me because for some reason my pace has been off all day and throughout testing. So I was happy with P4. Then I seen the incident or spin with Jamie and what was P3 at the time or P2 at the time, and I said to myself, free position for me until it was running fine, and then he caught me a couple of laps ago until the end, and around probably every single corner he was flashing his lights, he was moving, he was moving, trying to test me, and I'm like, it's not going to work on me. And then when he did move, when he did try to send it, some people might say it's a bit aggressive, but I moved over just before the braking zone, hit the brakes as I normally would, and thankfully came out with no damage or 0x's, even though it was literally my rearview mirror was covered in BMW. But yeah, hopefully he doesn't have any problems with that, and yeah, it was good racing.
Man, well done here as well. Congratulations on finishing in that podium spot. Off to Indy Road next time out as we break into the first sprint format here as well. Indy Road and sprint format. How's that going to be?
Should be fun. Indy Road. Last time I raced there was Indy 6 hour, and I came out second. So the only history I've had was good history there. I quite like the track. I like the curbs. I like the track layout. It's going to be tricky on brakes, especially without ABS. Used to GT3s where you can just smash the brakes and nothing will happen. So yeah, it should be good, challenging. Sprint format might make people a bit more aggressive. It's definitely going to be a bit more challenging and dicey.
Yeah.
Let's hope we have no collisions like turn one.
Oh, plainly it's going to happen. Right. Sorry, Hayden, anyone you want to shout out before we let you go?
Not today, no.
All right, man. Take care, buddy. Have a good one.
Cheers.
Oh, there you go.
You thought my answers were short.
Yeah, it's like Kimi Räikkönen-esque is Hayden Miller here as well.
Yes.
Right, guys, that's going to wrap this one up. Join us next week as we tackle Indy Road for the first of the sprint format, which is 15 minutes, followed by a 25-minute race. Join us for that one. And as I said, coming up over the weekend, we've got VWFC Modern for the 100 Minutes of Qatar kicking off over the weekend. Premier Endurance League Round 5 from Mugello. Then we got Nick Green Series at Round 4. OGRL Round 4. OGRL's Mum Race. Tanzo's GR86 Round 6. And IGP Super Formula Lights also coming up once more over on Sunday. But for now, guys, I've been JP. I've been alongside Jim Cunningham. And as always, take care. Have a great week. And you never know, we might see you on the track sometime. Good night.